Okay, I was going to take a break from making videos, but I can't keep this one in. I have a warning to those that are just coming into Torah. There are two pitfalls of Satan that I need to warn you about. The first one is, please don't put that kippah on your head. Let's talk about where the practice of wearing the kippah came from. The Torah, Old Testament, is silent on wearing the kippah, and so is the New Testament. It's nowhere in there. Nowhere. Nowhere. It was only instituted during Talmudic times, during the 2nd century, according to the Jewish Virtual Library. So back in the day of the Emperor Antiochus forced the Greek culture upon the Jewish people. During the time of extreme Hellenization, he forced the wearing of the Greek hat, which is now called the kippah. There is general agreement that this hat refers to the hat of Hermes, if I'm saying that correctly, aka Roman deity Mercury. So my question is, if Yah commanded men to wear a hat, to wear the kippah, then why does Paul specifically command the opposite? 1 Corinthians 11:7. For a man ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the glory and the image of Yah. The reason is obvious. The kippah is not rooted in Scripture, but in Greek culture. Greek culture! Roman Catholics wore it before Jews did. It was considered a symbol of liberty, associated with the goddess Liberata. It began in the 14th century, but then in the 16th century, Rabbi Joseph Cairo dictated that Jewish men must have their heads covered at all times. This is based on a passage in the Talmud in which a rabbi said he did it out of respect for God. And I quote, "May I be rewarded for never walking 4 cubits bareheaded." That can be found in Shabbat 118b of the Talmud. Traditions of men, you guys, the very thing Yeshua taught against and came against. Okay, warning number 2. So you probably think this is the Star of David, right? That's what it goes by. Look at it very closely, please. Interesting. Looks exactly like the star right here. And what is this called? The Star of Remphan. The so-called Star of David is not used exclusively as a Jewish symbol. The 6-point star, a hexagram, is used in Hinduism, Buddhism, Freemasons, the Kabbalah, the occult, Satan worship, and witchcraft. The 6-pointed star has been used as a talisman and for conjuring of spirits in satanic occult magic. Here it is again in a Freemason's light. 743 says, "Yea, you took up the tabernacle of Moloch and the star of your sovereign Remphan," see that? Remphan? "Figures which you made to worship them, and I will carry you away beyond Babylon." Does it look to you like we should have anything to do with that 6-pointed star? I think not. Let's stay away from the traditions of men, whether they be the traditions in Judaism or the traditions of Christianity.